Have you ever walked up a small flight of stairs and felt a strange, heavy weakness in your legs? You brush it off as just getting older. I hear this from women over 50 all the time. But what if your body isn't just aging? What if it is quietly starving for the right kind of fuel? Look at our Western habits. We grab a coffee and a sweet pastry, hoping for energy, but by 2 in the afternoon, we are completely exhausted. In Japan, things look very different. Even at 80, many elders are walking, gardening, and living with strong, capable bodies. The secret isn't a magic pill. It is not an expensive supplement, either. It is simply a quiet, intentional way of eating that protects your strength as the years go by. As we age, our bodies naturally lose muscle mass, a process called sarcopenia. If we don't actively fight it, everyday movements become harder and much more tiring. According to the PROT-AGE study group, older adults actually need more protein than younger people just to maintain the exact same amount of muscle they already have. They recommend aiming for 1 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily. But that sounds like a lot of heavy eating, doesn't it? You might be wondering how you can possibly get that much proteins without spending a fortune on meat or cooking elaborate, heavy meals every single day. This is where the Japanese way shines. They don't rely on huge steaks. Instead, they use small, incredibly smart food habits to deposit protein into their muscles. Stay with me, because today I am going to share 6 cheap, everyday foods that Japanese seniors eat consistently to stay vibrant and remarkably strong. These are not rare, exotic ingredients that you have to order online. In fact, the very first one might already be sitting in your local grocery store right now. Before we dive into the first food, ask yourself, what did you eat for breakfast today? Was it something that built your muscles? Or just quick sugar? Understanding this difference is the crucial first step. We are going to shift your mindset from simply eating for energy to intentionally eating for long-term strength. Are you ready to see how simple this can be? Let's start with the absolute foundation of the Japanese diet. It's cheap, versatile, and incredibly effective. Let's start with the absolute foundation of the Japanese diet. Food number 1 is tofu, and specifically a traditional ingredient called koya tofu, or freeze-dried tofu. I know exactly what you are thinking. Tofu sounds bland, or maybe you have heard mixed, confusing messages about whether soy is safe to eat. But for generations, in places like Okinawa, known for its incredible longevity, it has been a daily staple. Let me explain why it is essential. When you are over 60, digesting heavy meats like steak can become quite difficult. Your stomach feels slow, and you might naturally eat less protein. That is exactly where the dangerous cycle of muscle loss begins. If you aren't eating enough protein because it sits heavily, your body breaks down. Tofu is incredibly gentle on your digestive system, while still providing a massive dose of clean, accessible plant protein that your muscles desperately need. Koya tofu is even better. Because it is freeze-dried, the protein is tightly concentrated. Just a small portion gives your muscles the vital building blocks. They need these blocks to stay firm and strong. Muscle is a bit like a bank savings account if you never make a deposit. It shrinks. Tofu is the perfect daily deposit for your body. It is incredibly cheap, easy to keep in the fridge, and it absorbs any delicious flavor. You can cook it with whatever you already have. A simple, warm bowl of tofu soup in the evening is a wonderful habit to start. It can quietly help your body repair and rebuild its tired muscles while you sleep. Imagine waking up feeling a little stronger every single day. You do not need to change your whole life. Just replacing one heavy meat dinner with a soothing tofu dish can completely transform your digestion. But remember, protein is only half the battle when it comes to healthy aging. We also need to think about your bones and your heart. That brings us to our next incredibly powerful food. It is one that protects your cardiovascular system and keeps calcium exactly where it should be. It is famous in Japan, and it might just be the ultimate superfood for seniors. Are you ready to see what food number 2 is? Now, let's move on to food number 2. It is perhaps the most famous, and sometimes the most misunderstood, Japanese superfood you can find. I am talking about natto, or traditional fermented soybeans. Now, I know natto has a notoriously strong smell and a very unique, sticky texture. But before you write it off, listen to this. Its benefits for seniors are simply unmatched, and the science behind it is absolutely incredible. In a massive 2020 study published in the British Medical Journal, researchers followed over 90,000 Japanese adults for 15 long, closely monitored years. They found that eating fermented soy products, specifically like natto or miso, was associated with about a 10% lower risk of early death. But it isn't just about living a longer life. It is about living a much better, stronger, and more capable life as you age. You see, the fermentation process unlocks the nutrients in the soybeans, making them incredibly easy for an older, more sensitive stomach to fully absorb. Natto is also one of the world's highest natural sources of vitamin K2. This specific vitamin is absolutely crucial for protecting your aging bone health. Vitamin K2 helps guide calcium directly into your bones where it actually belongs, rather than letting it dangerously build up inside your fragile arteries. It also contains nattokinase, a highly powerful enzyme that traditional Japanese medicine has long used to support healthy blood flow and improve overall body circulation. The best part? You really do not need to eat a huge bowl of it. Just a tiny, consistent portion is all it takes. Many Japanese seniors enjoy just a small spoonful mixed with a little warm rice, a dash of soy sauce, or a tiny bit of mustard. It might take a moment to get used to the unique taste, but the reward for your bones, your heart, and your muscles is profound. Think of it as a natural, affordable daily vitamin that actually absorbs perfectly into your system. And you can find it in most Asian markets. If you can learn to embrace natto, your body will thank you. But what if you are dealing with stiff, aching joints right now? But what if your problem isn't just about building muscle? What if you are dealing with stiff, aching joints that make even walking feel incredibly difficult? In the West, when we feel sluggish or sore, we often reach for highly processed snack bars or fast foods, hoping for a quick energy boost. But those foods actually create invisible inflammation inside the body. This hidden inflammation makes joint pain worse and completely drains your natural energy over time. Japanese seniors naturally fight this internal inflammation by eating a specific type of fatty fish multiple times a week. That brings us to food number 3. This is mackerel, known in Japan as saba. It is an absolutely incredible source of omega-3 fatty acids, which your body needs as it ages. Think of omega-3s as a soothing, cooling oil for your tired, grinding joints. It reduces the swelling and acts as essential nutrition for brain health. And here is the absolute best part. You do not need to buy expensive, hard-to-find fresh fillets. In Japan, canned saba is a pantry staple. It is incredibly cheap, lasts for months in the cupboard, and is packed with the exact same nutrition. It is the ultimate healthy fast food. You can simply open a can, add a quick splash of soy sauce or some grated ginger, and you instantly have a high-protein, anti-inflammatory meal. When your body is not constantly wasting resources fighting invisible inflammation, it has so much more natural energy to give back to your daily life. Imagine waking up with less stiffness in your hands and knees. Swapping a processed lunch for a simple plate of saba can make a massive difference. You are feeding the machine what it actually needs to run smoothly. But what about the absolute building blocks for your muscles? The pure protein? Now let's talk about a food you probably already have sitting in your fridge right now, but you might be secretly afraid to eat it. For years, Western diets told us to completely avoid this food, warning us constantly about high cholesterol. Many women over 50 stopped eating it entirely. But in Japan, this food is consumed daily and is a beloved part of a longevity diet. It is time to rethink food number 4. For years, Western diets told us to completely avoid this everyday food, constantly warning us about high cholesterol and heart risks. Many women over 50 stopped eating it entirely, believing they were doing the right thing for their health. But they lost something crucial. In Japan, however, this food is consumed almost daily and is actually a beloved, foundational part of a longevity diet. It is time to rethink it. Food number 4 is the simple egg. Why do Japanese seniors eat them so often? Because eggs are nature's most perfect, complete protein source. As we discussed earlier, fighting muscle loss sarcopenia is absolutely critical after 60. But your body needs a specific trigger to actually build that muscle. Eggs contain a high amount of a specific vital amino acid called leucine. Think of leucine as the literal key that starts your body's engine. Without enough leucine, even if you eat other proteins and try to exercise, your aging body still deeply struggles to actually maintain its muscle tone. A simple, warm soft-boiled egg over a small bowl of rice, or a delicate Japanese rolled omelet, effortlessly provides this essential, powerful trigger. It is cheap, incredibly easy to chew for older teeth, and takes less than 5 short minutes to prepare for a meal. If you want your legs to stay strong enough to walk the park confidently or play actively with your grandchildren, you need complete proteins. Please, do not fear the egg. It is a highly affordable, daily natural multivitamin that protects your physical strength and your vital independence. But remember, protein is only the building block. To actually get through your long day without feeling exhausted, you also need the right energy. If you find yourself constantly crashing around 2 p.m. and desperately needing a nap, your energy source is likely completely wrong. Let's fix that. That brings us beautifully to food number 5. It is the secret carbohydrate base of the world-famous Okinawan longevity diet. It is colorful, incredibly cheap, and it digests so slowly that your energy stays perfectly steady all day long. Are you ready to see it? This is the Japanese sweet potato, particularly the vibrant purple beni imo. It is the absolute foundation of Okinawan energy, vitality, and legendary physical endurance. In the West, our primary daily energy often comes from processed white bread, heavy pastas, and highly refined. Hidden sugars in almost everything we eat. These foods cause your blood sugar to sharply spike and then suddenly crash, leaving you feeling utterly exhausted and desperately craving a nap by mid-afternoon. This constant daily crashing is incredibly hard on an aging body. It creates internal stress and makes it nearly impossible to stay naturally active. In Okinawa, the traditional healthy elders get a very large portion of their daily calories not from white rice, but directly from these sweet potatoes. Because they are complex carbohydrates, they digest very slowly. They release a steady, calm, and continuous stream of energy right into your bloodstream. This means you completely avoid that dreaded afternoon crash. You naturally stay energized, mentally alert, and physically capable over many, many hours of the day. They are also heavily packed with natural dietary fiber. This is absolutely essential for maintaining a healthy gut and keeping your digestion incredibly smooth after 60. The deep, beautiful purple and orange colors aren't just for show. They indicate a massive amount of antioxidants, which actively protect your aging cells from daily damage. Best of all, they are incredibly easy to prepare. You can simply bake a few whole sweet potatoes at the very start of your week. Keep them nicely stored in your fridge. Interestingly, they naturally become even sweeter, and their texture becomes perfectly firm when they are completely cooled down. When you feel a sudden afternoon hunger pang, instead of reaching for a processed cracker or a sugary cookie, you have a perfect alternative ready. Have a few slices of cold, delicious sweet potato. It feels like a comforting sweet treat, but it acts like a steady, slow-release energy pill. Your sensitive digestion will truly thank you, and your daily energy levels will stay perfectly stable, calm, and reliable from morning until the evening. We now have our protein, our healthy fats, and our steady energy. But there is one final daily habit that ties everything together beautifully. Ready? Finally, we come to food number 6, which is actually a beautiful, soothing combination of two ancient, daily Japanese elixirs, green tea and miso soup. Let's look at the actual science behind this. According to a landmark 2006 cohort study published in the highly respected medical journal JAMA, which closely followed over 40,000 Japanese adults for several years, drinking green tea was associated with a significantly lower risk of cardiovascular mortality. This incredible protective benefit was seen especially in women. The natural polyphenols found in green tea are powerful antioxidants that defend your aging cells perfectly. But it is not just about the chemistry inside the cup. It is also about the daily, calming ritual of preparing and drinking the tea. Sipping a warm cup of green tea naturally forces you to slow down, take a deep breath, and significantly lower your daily stress and cortisol levels. Less stress directly translates to a much healthier heart. And then, beautifully complementing the green tea, there is the incredible healing power of traditional miso. Miso soup is often the very first thing a Japanese senior comfortably consumes in the morning, and sometimes the comforting last thing at night. Just like natto, traditional miso is naturally fermented. This means it is absolutely full of beneficial probiotics that actively support your delicate gut microbiome daily. A warm, savory bowl of miso soup is deeply comforting, incredibly cheap to make at home, and gently helps settle an older, highly sensitive stomach. If you struggle with digestion issues or uncomfortable bloating in the evening, a light bowl of miso can be the perfect, Soothing remedy before bed. It provides essential hydration, gentle warmth, and a light dose of protein without ever overwhelming your digestive system late in the day when you're tired. Try replacing your second cup of harsh, acidic coffee in the afternoon with a calming bowl of miso soup or a fresh cup of green tea. This simple daily swap can quietly transform how your entire body feels, naturally bringing down inflammation and restoring a beautiful sense of deep, internal balance. It is a gentle, daily reset for your entire system, physically and mentally. Next, I will give you your simple homework to start tonight. Now, it is time for your homework. Please, I don't want you to try changing your entire diet overnight. That absolutely never works. Instead, I simply want you to pick just one cheap food we talked about today, maybe eggs for leucines, or those sweet potatoes for steady energy. Add it slowly to your week. And remember the powerful Okinawan rule of Hara, Hachi, Bu. Intentionally eat until you are 80% full, not stuffed. Please remember, this video is for general information drawn from tradition and research, and is not medical advice. Individual results always vary for every person. Always talk with your own trusted doctor before making any major changes to how you eat or move, especially if you have existing health conditions. Your body inherently wants to be strong. It just needs the right, accessible building blocks. Small, steady, intentional steps are how a healthy, capable body is maintained. If you found these simple Japanese lifestyle secrets helpful today, please gently tap the like button so more women over 50 can find this specific video. And be sure to subscribe to join our growing community of women taking back their strength. Let me know in the comments which food you'll try. I will see you in the very next video, where we will explore the peaceful evening habits that guarantee a perfect night of sleep. Until then, remember that taking care of your body is not a chore. It is a quiet act of kindness to your future self. Take care.